It's Idaho's turn to be added to the license plate map. A bunch of different towns in Idaho were issuing their own local license plates as early as 1908, but it wasn't until 5 years later in 1913 that things were finally standardized across the state. And while their plates were pretty plain starting out, almost 100 years ago in 1928, everything changed. Because that year marked the first of many, many references to Idaho's potato farming industry on their plates, and was also the first slogan of any kind used on a license plate in US history. 1932 was the first time county codes appeared on Idaho's plates, and they've been used continuously to this very day. And while a couple of other random slogans were tried out in the 1930s and 40s, by 1948, the potato thing had stuck not only in terms of the slogan, but also with what was then a super cutting-edge baked potato graphic. There were some tweaks to the motto. Potatoes briefly became singular starting in 1953, and then world was dropped in 1957, and just famous potatoes is what the plates still say now. That era's white and green color scheme also stuck around in Idaho for a long time, even following their license plates into the graphic era of the early 1990s. However, around that same time, the state's DMV also started selling this optional red, white, and blue type to celebrate the centennial of Idaho becoming a state, and it proved so popular that when it came time to update the standard issue plates in 1992, Idaho just tweaked the design and put it into general circulation. That's the base I'm cutting up for the license plate map, and it's still the type you'll see on the road in Idaho today, more than 30 years later, with the only real change since then coming in 2008, when the state switched from embossed plates to flat. Though if the slogan "Famous Potatoes" just isn't enough for you, you can also pay an extra fee to have this baked potato graphic added to your plate now too. Here's the finished product, and I think it brings a needed splash of color to the northwest corner of the board. But now that we're officially past the halfway point with 26 states on the license plate map, let me know which one I should do next.